Mariachi crab. Deep in the ocean lived a musical crab. He loved clattering his claws in time to his favorite musician, the great guitarist, Senor Lobster. One day, Senor Lobster made an announcement. "I am tired of playing alone," he said to a big crowd of his fans. "So, I am going to start a mariachi band. Come play for me, and if you're good, you can join me on stage." The musical crab was excited. This was his big chance to play with his hero. The only problem was he didn't know how to play any musical instruments. He tried to teach himself the violin, but he couldn't hold it properly in his claws. Still, he kept on trying until he could more or less play a tune, then went back to Senor Lobster. But as Crab approached the stage, he saw that Prawn had got there first. Prawn was playing the violin magnificently with a different leg on each string. "Bravo!" said Senor Lobster. "You will be the violin player in my mariachi band." Crab went back to his rock sadly. There was no way he could play the violin better than Prawn. "I have to learn the trumpet instead," he said to himself. "Then I can be the trumpeter for Senor Lobster's mariachi band." So Crab practiced the trumpet. At first, he was so bad that he could use the trumpet as a weapon to scare away seagulls. But as the days went by, Crab got better and better. Excitedly, he returned to Senor Lobster. On the stage were a pair of clams, playing a marvelous trumpet duet. They had twice the talent that Crab had, and once again, he scuttled away, feeling hopeless. He would never be good enough to join the band. He decided to try one last time and picked up a bass guitar. It was much easier than the violin, and even with his big claws, he could play it without any trouble. "Finally," he thought, "I will play in the mariachi band with Senor Lobster." But when he went back to the stage, he saw the coolest, biggest crayfish strumming a bass guitar with a booming melody. "Bravo!" Senor Lobster cried. "You're perfect! You're the final member of my mariachi band." Crab felt miserable. He would never be in the band now. He went back to his rock feeling very sorry for himself. That evening, in the distance, he heard a cheering crowd, and the band was playing together for the first time. Crab was jealous, but as he listened, he realized that something was terribly wrong. Senor Lobster was playing wonderfully as usual, and so was the prawn, and the clam twins, and the cool crayfish. But they were all playing at different times, and their music was getting mixed up. It sounded terrible, and the crowd were starting to boo. Crab immediately knew what to do. He scuttled towards the stage as fast as his 8 legs would carry him and pushed his way through the audience. He leapt onto the stage and started clattering and clacking his claws. The crayfish knew what Crab was doing and grinned. He started playing the bass in time to Crab's clattering claws. The clams and the prawns joined in, and finally, Senor Lobster started playing his guitar and singing. And they all played together perfectly, following Crab's rhythm. The whole crowd cheered. "Thank you, Mr. Crab," said Senor Lobster after the show. "If it wasn't for your rhythm, the show would have been a disaster. Would you like to join us in the band?" "With pleasure," said Crab. And so, together they became the greatest band in the ocean. Whenever they played, Crab always started the music with his clattering claws. Because no matter how good the other musicians were, the Mariachi crab had the rhythm to bring them all together.